All right. So today is another lovely day here on Balanced Bride. What are we talking about today, Simone?
So today I think we're going to just keep it nice and sweet. And let's talk about, you know what? Okay, so side note, I always see, every time I meet with a couple, I always see most of my brides have a binder. Most of them. Not all of them do. Some of them have like stuff on their phones. Some of them have stuff in a piece of paper, some kind of weird folder.
Mm-hmm.
And then others are super organized and they have an actual binder. So let's talk about the wedding binder.
I like that.
Okay.
Definitely. So details to keep in your wedding binder.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So let's talk about, first of all, how are you, Farrah? What's going on? Let's like backtrack a little bit.
Girl, I'm good. I've been drinking. I'm kidding.
We have all been drinking, right?
Yes, this thing is just wild. I mean, we just got to have fun with it, right? Like
Absolutely.
every day is a party. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's happy hours.
It somewhere. Is, right. Wish I had my glass right now. I'd clink glasses with you.
Wine.
But yeah, I've been good. Just, getting creative, coming up with ideas, and just trying to manifest some dope stuff. How about you?
I'm staying busy. I'm not going to say I'm trying to stay busy. I'm staying busy.
Mm-hmm.
We still have weddings that we have to service. We've had to reschedule a lot of, some of our weddings happening in March, April, and May.
Yeah.
But we're crossing fingers that the remainder of the year, 2020, is 100%, and we are able to go and still service our clients.
Absolutely.
So I'm very hopeful and very positive about that. Definitely.
Yeah.
But so today we wanted to talk about the wedding binder, right? So what is a wedding binder, and why is it something that's important for a bride, a couple to have?
Yeah. Well, ladies, this is your chance to take out all those cute pens and those lovely highlighters and those amazing tabs that you bought at Marshall's for $1.99 that you had no idea what you were going to do with them. Now's the time to crack them open and use them. Just in anything, honestly, that you're doing, it's always best to plan something, right? I know you have a calendar or a planner of some sort. And I know this may seem strange for brides because it's like, well, I have a wedding planner. What do I need to stay on top of stuff for? A wedding binder is essential for you as a bride because at the end of the day, yes, this is your event, and you want to make sure that everything is going according to plan. I think that for the most part, it kind of gives you a chance to, organize everything. Because, yes, this is the age of technology, and we are texting and emailing and screenshotting and Snapchatting and all this other stuff that it gets lost there. So it's really good to have essentials. So I think the best things that you should have in your wedding binder are the following. Your budget. I want you to print out that budget. I know you used your wedding planner app, and you went ahead and typed in the numbers and you printed it out. Go ahead and print that out and put that in your binder, because so quickly we forget how much money we have for each of these items.
How much money we have and how much we don't have.
Right. Because you only have maybe $1,000 for your flowers. But then it's like, you go to a florist and you see this gorgeous, magnificent arrangement, and it's going to cost you $12,000. And you're like, but it's beautiful and I want it. No.
Right.
Have your budget in your folder and honor it, you don't want to go into debt. So just definitely you have to honor the budget. And if you need to move some things around, what has give, where you can push and pull. I think the next best thing in your binder is the guest list.
Definitely. And just to chime in on what you just said, the guest list. So we had a client where they had guest list A, B, C, and D.
Okay. Please elaborate, because I'm really curious.
So guest list, and this was all in your binder. So guest list A was everyone, a list of people that you wanted to come.
Mm-hmm.
But granted, you only have 120 slots.
Mm-hmm.
So then if certain people from guest list A were unable to come, then you would then forego to guest list B, and so forth and so on. Okay. So it's kind of like a way of moving things around. I like that only because, and I probably would consider doing something like that if I was in that shoe, would be because if someone, like, let's just say you called me and said, hey, girlfriend, I have a new boo, and I want him to come to my wedding. Well, he's not on he's not on A, B, C, or D. So honestly, I can't bring anyone that you want, like your RSVP or whatever. I can't do that because I have like a D guest list, and I have to consider everyone.
Oh, gotcha.
From my guest list in order, you know what I mean? So she had all these this like A, B, C, D guest list.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cute. I liked it. I'm sorry, I liked it.
If it worked for her, to me that sounds like a lot. I'm gonna have one list, and I'm gonna be crossing all these names off. Like, oh, you forgot to say happy birthday to me on Facebook. You're not on the list.
Oh, petty McPetty. Oh no.
I drive the petty bus sometimes.
She said the petty bus.
Anyway, so let's get back to this. So you have your budget. You have a tab for your budget. You have a tab for your guest list. And I think you should also have a tab for your floor plan.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Because, again, to chime in on what you're saying, so you have the floor plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like, you know, every venue, they have different ways that you can lay out the tables, the chairs.
Yeah.
So I think to just kind of, like, have an idea, have, like, multiple floor plans in there and multiple ideas of how you can lay things out is a good idea as well. And keeping it all together.
Yeah.
Versus having it in, like, you know, a bunch of emails between you and this and that person. No, just have it all together.
And also, it's also good to have these things on hand as like a kind of like a fact check. Like, oh, okay, according to the email you said this. Can you show me, you know, what we discussed? Or you know what I mean? Like, I like this layout for A. Can you please set up, you know, or are you having an event? Have you had an event? Like, it's good to just have it for your checks and balances. And again, yes, us as your coordinators and planners, we will have this information as well, but it's also good for you as the bride to know what's going on. Like, it's good to be hands-on too.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
When you put it all, not to say we won't take care of it, but, you know, it's always good as a bride to be balanced and to have control over what's going on and to understand, but also trusting the professionals to handle everything for you.
Absolutely. I agree.
All right, so my next item that I think would be great is, so we said floor plan and venue outline. I think this venue outline would be good. Now, I know it sounds like a floor plan as well, so let me break it down. Venue outline is like, all right, so front of house, back of house, like when the food's coming out, you know, how many servers, if you want to get super detailed, which I don't know how realistic it is, but you may have the names of the servers, what they'll be wearing, like all of these additional details. That way, you know, there are no surprises because there are always surprises at these lovely events that we put together.
I agree. There's always like a surprise.
Yeah.
Hi, just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
I'm here. But I like the venue outline as well. And also to piggyback off of what you said, just things like, I don't know if you said it, what time is the salad's going to be served. Granted, all of this is going to be on your timeline, but this is also going to be on your venue outline as well. Who is your maitre d' going to be? You know, who's the person that's going to be there the night of? Keep in mind that the person that sold you the venue is not always the person that
you're going to be working with
that
the night
is going to be there the night of.
That's true.
So it's just like kind of like having like that outline in your folder, in your binder and everything like that, and having that available. So yeah.
And I think it's important to know this stuff as well so that you can have it for your person who's the point of contact. Because
correct.
As the bride at your wedding, you don't want to talk to nobody.
No.
And if there's an issue, we make sure that no one goes to talk to you. We handle it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But if push comes to shove and we do have to say something to you or or a family member, we know who our point of contact is and they are well aware of what we're referring to. Like, oh, remember in the binder, page 6, XYZ happened, yada, yada. And it's like, okay, it's no surprise.
I think, and you just said it right there just now, another thing to include in the binder is who are your point of contact.
Yeah.
As a couple, you don't want to be bothered.
Nope.
The night of your wedding, the day of your wedding.
Don't call me, don't text me, nothing.
I can't tell you how many times, honestly, my couple's phones, the bride, the groom, their phone is off. It's dead.
Yeah.
And so you need to make sure that your planner has a point of contact.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Absolutely.
Because I promise you, someone's going to come to her and say, well, she hired me the day before. She hired me yesterday. Here I am. Where do I go? And we're just like, huh?
Wait, the bride is getting her makeup done and having her first look photos taken right now. I need to verify this with somebody.
Exactly. Right? So, like you said, a point of contact for us as your planners to reach out to the venue, everybody, whoever needs to get in contact with you, just in case, so you are not bothered with all this little, small, insignificant, but significant detail.
Like, no, and not important to me, but take it to my planner.
Exactly.
Exactly. Hands in a French fancy way. So what do you think? Like, are there any suggestions for this binder outside of these necessary?
Well, I think that you said something, folder tabs. Like, I mean, to me, it's kind of like common sense a little bit.
Yeah.
But keep tabs, have everything separated. There's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with being that bride that whips out like that binder with, like, on page 20, there's this with a table of contents. I'm not mad at you. No, I appreciate you. I think the bride that I'm most afraid of sometimes is like the bride who's just like,
okay,
yeah, just
okay
with everything and just completely lost when it comes to anything.
But here's the thing, that from past experience, we love all our brides, but from past experience, that bride that we just mentioned, that we just aforementioned, is the one that rears her head at us and loses it because it seems like she's not in control.
Right.
Like, as much as we want to say, oh, you take care of everything, that is kind of dangerous. So, again, this is a relationship. This is a partnership. We're making sure that we are serving you correctly. And you know, it's always good to make sure that, you know, you are on the same page as us literally in your binder.
Correct.
So folder tabs. I like that.
Folder tabs, color coding.
Yeah.
That goes back to, you know, pink means this, green means that.
Money.
I mean, green means money.
Red means
emergency. We ain't got no money. It's on the back burner. Whatever the case may be, and that all goes in your binder. Having a backup online, I think that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I always tell my clients, you know, and let them know, everyone knows that I have 3 ways of bringing, you know, researching and making sure I have everything. I have an email, I have a file folder online, and I have your actual folder. So I encourage you to do that. Have everything. Keep all email communications between vendors and everything like that, between anything that you paid money on. Another thing to have in your binder, your invoices.
Yeah.
Things that you have paid for.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you have that in your binder so that day of anything happens, it's like, oh, she paid, she didn't pay. Listen, I got all my stuff right here. Please go somewhere. Please, please, please. So I don't know. I think, like, those are my things to remind you as couples to consider when putting together your wedding binder.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, and now's the time. You know, you guys are together.
We all have a little bit of time on our hands. So go for it.
Now is the best time, you know, just go ahead and you know you have it already. Like, listen, I might have a binder somewhere around here that I have binders for everything, honestly. Like just to stay organized and just to make sure that I have everything in one place, because there's nothing worse than, like, going to look for something, remembering it was on this page or it was in this email, or I remember it was in this stack or this pile. For something as momentous as this, and especially if you want it to truly be your happily ever after, the beginning of your happily ever after, it's great to just start out with organizing it, like staying organized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maintaining that. All right. So what are some of the things our audience can take away from this podcast today? What do you think?
Organization.
Mhm.
Like, have fun. Like, I don't know. Remember those Lisa Frank stickers? Like, I was a sticker girl. I used to love.
I don't remember Lisa Frank.
Like the rainbow colored stickers, and they had all the funky pets and stuff.
I think
Did you at least have the smell good markers?
I had stickers from Family Dollar.
Okay, listen, stickers nonetheless, right? Like, I'm not. But you had the stickers.
I had stickers.
Right?
Okay.
You had your system.
And my mom wasn't gonna buy smell good markers when there were cheaper markers available.
I mean, listen, I get it. There was 3 girls, so my mom would buy 1 pack of the smell goods, and we had to divide them by 3.
Oh no!
Sometimes I got 2.
2 smell
if it was
goods.
an even number, but
Yeah.
the cute glittery stuff. We're all that, fancy. Most of us are that fancy little girl inside.
Exactly. Okay, you're right. You're right.
Organization is definitely key. Honestly, those are my 3. Organization.
I like what you said. Make sure you include your budget. Make sure you include your invoices in your binder. Make sure it's color coded, or you have tabs inside of your binder. And again, what you just said, organization. You want to have everything accessible.
Yep. And
at the tip of your fingers. When you meet with your planner, your day of planner, when you're going to talk to your florist, you have a beautiful binder.
Oh, yes.
For them to say, hey, this is what I've been considering. This is what I want. This is what and you know exactly what you want and what you don't want. So
key. The florist. I know we're kind of like wrapping up, but the florist is key, because if there's anything that you have in mind, it's always good to have a picture of it.
Exactly.
This is
I
what
agree.
I was thinking, I like this. I like these red flowers. To you, they're red flowers, but to a florist, they're a specific color, a specific hue, a specific flower. But if you show her the picture, she'll be like, oh, those are red, hibiscus, tropical, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So that way she doesn't give you the red roses instead. And then, speaking of red roses, we had a situation where a bride asked for red roses as centerpieces, right? She was like, oh, red roses. Yeah, I want the red. Cool.
She wasn't specific.
She just said red.
Yeah.
And given her color palette and everything like that, the florist put everything together, which was beautiful. So we're setting everything up, and then as we're setting up, the bridal party slowly coming to us and are like, that's not the right shade of red. We were kind of like, what do you mean?
Like, I'm going to go outside really quickly and pick some right shade color of red for.
Because like at this point, you're just gonna have to close your eyes to that, because it can't be fixed.
It cannot be fixed, unfortunately.
Like,
and maybe we should do something on a podcast on what cannot be fixed.
Right. The unfixables. Like,
the unfixables.
You gotta like. I like that. We're gonna do the unfixables, because we got some stories, y'all. We got some stories.
Yes. Talk about pull a rabbit out of someone's hat. That crap is ridiculous.
That shit was hilarious. It was hilarious. It really was. But as always, we're so thankful and grateful to you guys for tuning in on a regular and stopping by our IG page and making comments, liking our posts, listening. Like, it's beautiful to just see how many of you are participating. And we're excited that despite what's happening right now, like, you all still believe in love, and you all are still...
Yes.
Still believe in love, and you all are still, fighting a good fight and really working on this wedding planning. And we're so glad to be here to take this journey with you.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so as we wrap things up, let's just close out a couple things. Of course, for more helpful tips and everything like that, find us on Spotify, on Google Play, and everything like that. Download our book. We have a free ebook available.
We do.
As well as if you want more, for more details, more information, we have an actual book on Amazon, Dear Bride, You're Not Alone. For everyone, we're doing a lot of things. We're very, very excited about it.
Yeah, our clients, our fellow planners, like, we have stuff set up for you as well. You definitely should visit our sister website, theweddingplannerssociety.com. And go ahead.
Our e-learning environment where we're talking to planners and industry professionals wanting to become better at what they do and how they handle crisis or non-crisis. Just how to handle your business,
right?
And that's what it comes down to. And of course, our other website, Out of Box Weddings. Join us. We'd love to, reach out to us and let us get any tips, advice, any questions. We're more than happy to answer them.
Definitely reach out to us. And as always, you can find us on Instagram at @violencebride_ or at outofboxweddings_ or use the hashtag #BeBalance, hashtag #BalanceBride, hashtag #BeBalanceBride, and hashtag outofboxweddings.
All right. So once again, guys, thank you to everyone out there.
Be great,
fabulous,
and have an awesome week. Bye.
Bye, guys.